The following is an exclusive presentation of the Carolina Panthers and the National Football League.
On this episode of the Panthers Huddle, after another loss, the team goes back to Coach Reich calling the plays and gets some relief on the depth chart. And the red-hot Cowboys are in town. Thomas Davis joins me to break down a team that just dropped 49 points on a division rival. Plus, a look back at some of the best mic'd-up moments of the season.
You had to get up and do this one time. That's all you had to do.
Hello and welcome inside this Week 11 edition of the Panthers Huddle. I'm Carla Gebhardt, and there is no sugarcoating it. We know it has been a rough ride so far this season, and if the Panthers want to compete with the visiting Dallas Cowboys this Sunday, they'll need to find a way to get the ball into the end zone. Quarterback Bryce Young expressed his frustration with the team's lack of offensive production after last week's loss to the Bears.
We have to be better. I have to be better first and foremost. I have to be a lot better. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating. That's not just me. That's everyone. Being frustrated, however you feel, it's not gonna win you a game. It's not gonna help. You have to turn that and use that in action throughout the week, and then we have to translate it to Sunday or Thursday tonight, whatever. We have to translate it.
Plenty to be frustrated with. The Panthers gained a season low of 213 total yards of offense against the Bears while converting on only 3 of 15 third down chances. Heading into Week 11, Carolina is ranked 30th in the league offensively. So Frank Reich is taking back the play calling duties in the hopes of sparking a move forward.
This is not about Thomas. This is about me. It's about the team. I'm in the position I'm in because of years of offense, being a successful offensive coordinator and play caller. We have 8 games left, and I just want to give my attention and everything I can do and everything I can bring to bear to help the offense, take a next step.
It's not about me, not about Frank. I have a job to do. I'm committed to that job, always been committed to that job. I'm not going to say that it's something that I necessarily saw coming. Also not going to say that I'm necessarily surprised by it. But we live in a production business, a results-driven business, and every decision is supposed to be focused on trying to find ways to help the football team win. So,
with the hope of making a playoff run fading into the distance, developing their rookie quarterback for future success becomes the team's top priority. Plenty to fix on both sides of the ball. However, on defense, it's got to start with getting healthy, and there are some big names back in the mix this week. Cornerback J.C. Horn was activated off the injured reserve list on Monday. He's been out since injuring his hamstring during the very first game of the season against the Atlanta Falcons. He may be a game-time decision this week. Brian Burns is expected to play after missing the Bears game under concussion protocol, adding depth with fellow outside linebacker Marquise Haynes, who returned last week. They'll need all the help they can get against a red-hot Cowboys team coming off a lopsided win over the Giants.
Just keeping it boring on defense, meaning doing our job. Some guys might not get the stats they want to get, the sacks, the tackles, but at the end of the day, man, it's just us doing our job and keeping it simple. That's what's been getting us so far in the game, so just putting that the main thing and we'll be all right.
We know what type of guys they got over there, know what type of defense it is, but like I said, I can sit here and talk about them, but it wouldn't even make sense to sit here and talk about it because we really have to get our stuff right in. It's just us against us. We've been beating ourselves this whole season. So.
The holiday season is right around the corner, a time for gathering with family and friends around the dinner table. However, please know that thousands of our neighbors across the Carolinas live with the very real threat of food insecurity. That's what makes the work being done by the folks at the Second Harvest Food Bank so important this time of year, and why the Panthers are all in on lending them a hand. It's this week's Coke Community Spotlight.
We are so excited to be here tonight with our friends from the Carolina Panthers, Bradley and Nikki Bozeman and their foundation, and of course Harris Teeter. And we're packing 2,500 holiday meals for people in need all throughout our region.
Thank you. We're very fortunate. They also got 2,900 turkeys for them, so it's a good cause. We're very thankful to be here.
Most of these boxes are going to the Bozeman Thanksgiving Bash. So that's where we're going to bring in about 1,200 kids from the Charlotte-Mecklenburg area in to play Topgolf, and then at the end they're going to get a hot meal, and then at the end they'll get these bags. So it's going to be a great event. We're really excited. How many we got so far?
Halfway.
Yeah, a little bit. Halfway, okay. Yeah. Perfect. Going to pack about 2,500 boxes, and I think we're at about 1,200 boxes right now. So we're rolling on it pretty well. Just so excited to see the look on these kids' face in the end, to get these boxes and to have these meals to be able to share with their families and make memories.
And so because of Bradley and Nikki and all of our friends at the Carolina Panthers, we're able to make the holidays a whole lot brighter for a lot of families in our community. So I'm very excited. I always enjoy packing food bags, and I'm always thinking every time I pack a bag, this is a family that wouldn't have had a meal. And so we're just really appreciative.
It's great to have partners like Second Harvest and Harris Teeter to be able to help us making sure these kids and families have food on the table at dinner time.
This exclusive presentation of the Carolina Panthers Television Network is brought to you in part by Bank of America, official bank of the Carolina Panthers.
The Panthers are getting some big names back on the squad this week. Our own Darren Gant spoke with Coach Frank Reich about who's on their way back and who's been stepping up in their place.
All right, welcome, Coach Frank Reich. Coach, obviously a difficult week last week in Chicago, and moving ahead as you start looking at Dallas, when you've got kind of the weekend off and so many of the guys saw that game this weekend and they put up big numbers, and you talked the other day about so many explosive players on that side of the ball, how does that kind of react with players in the locker room in terms of their preparation and getting their attention for the week ahead?
I think it brings out the best in players. You know, you want an opportunity to prove yourself. You want to prove yourself against the best teams, the best players. The Cowboys are a hot team right now. We've been struggling, so this creates a great opportunity for us to step up and play very good football against a hot team.
What's that like, though, in terms of the players themselves? I mean, when they know so much more attention's on them because of the team that's coming in.
Yeah, I mean, I just think as players, they just try to focus on, hey, there's an idea, the faceless opponent. You know, so at one level, it's kind of a healthy tension. At one level, it doesn't matter who we're playing. Another level, hey, no, it's the Cowboys. They're coming in. They're a hot team. So somehow you got to find that balance.
It's been a lot of moves in the last couple of days. You've gotten some guys healthier again. That's good news with so many people on injured reserve at points this year. J.C. Horn and Ian Thomas get back on the practice field. How do those two guys in particular help things moving forward?
Excited. I mean, you know, Ian is a really good player for us, very versatile at the tight end position, good blocker, you know, very good in the pass game as well. So be good to get him back into the mix, and he's looking positive. You know, JC, you know, we'll see. You know, we got to see how he goes all week long and then make a decision on him later in the week.
There's been a lot of discussion about the offense, obviously, with the way things have been going. Some changes up front with what you're doing with starting lineup, making a switch at guard there. What does that do, and how can that benefit this team in the next little bit?
Well, I'll say this. You know, Chandler had been, you know, originally starting there for a while, right? And then he got hurt, and Throck came in and did a nice job for us. But, you know, really this was Chandler's position. He had kind of earned that position early on. We're excited about, you know, him and his growth and development. So, you know, getting him back in there, he's been healthy the last couple weeks, but kind of on the side, you know, recovering from that, you know, stinger injury that he had. So I think sometimes this is going to be good for him. I think he's ready to go. I think the guys embrace him back. It's a good, you know, good chemistry between them.
One of the consistent themes I think this season so far is all the transition that's been going on defense. But it feels like no matter who's on the field each week, and it's been a different group on the field each week, you've gotten a pretty consistent level of play from those guys. How is EJ able to kind of keep those guys together when he doesn't know from one week to the week which 11 he's going to have to work with?
EJ's done a phenomenal job, and you know the players, you know, really EJ's system, the defensive staff, what they've done is incredible. I would say even more so what the players have done is even more incredible. These, you know, some of these guys stepping in, backup players playing high level, which really just makes us a stronger defense in the long run. But it all starts up front with stopping the run. Derek Brown has been playing lights out. You know, up there, Frankie Louvu has been playing incredible. So really the whole defense done a nice job.
And obviously getting Brian Burns back this week is going to make a big difference in that front.
Yes, and you know, you could, as well as we played last week on defense, you could feel Brian's absence. You know, you can definitely feel his absence, so it'd be good to get him back in there.
You've talked about developing that depth, but when you go through something like this, whether it's an Alex Cook starting at safety or DiCaprio Boodle at corner last week, or DJ at outside linebacker. How do you think of that in terms of the long term for this team of getting those guys some reps in these different situations?
I mean, love it because they're getting real game time reps where they're proving that they can play winning football. That just makes us deeper all around and really puts us in a great position over the long term for our defense.
How do you coach those guys in that situation? I mean, do you go to them and tell them, hey, you're up this week, or do you kind of just cultivate that next man up idea through the week of practice?
It's both. It's definitely, you are always from day one cultivating the next man up, but there is, hey, when the injuries come, you just got to communicate up front, honest with everybody. Hey, if we had injuries in a position room, you got to tell everyone, here's the deal, here's what we're doing. And that's how guys respond. Hey, here's your opportunity, let's make the most of it. Here's how it's all going to work. If we're rotating a guy, if one guy's going in there, and the guys have responded in good fashion.
This week, Dallas here at home before a 3-game road stretch. How do you prepare mentally for that? Because that's a longer road trip. I mean, obviously we'll be back here, but how do you kind of get guys' minds wrapped around that, knowing what's to come the next 3 weeks on the road?
The guys are great. They know there's only one way to approach it, and it's hey, one day at a time, 1 week at a time. When it comes to getting on the road stretches, you just have this warrior mentality. Like, it doesn't matter any time, any place. We're fighting to kind of get things turned around and going back. And so for us, every week is that next opportunity, right? We want to, show our fans that we're, going in the right direction, give them the reasons to get excited about where we're building as a young team. And so every week, home or away, is a great opportunity.
Very good. Thanks so much, Frank Reich.
Thanks, Darren.
Closed captioning for the Panthers television network is provided by Charlotte Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat Associates, helping you enjoy the sights and sounds of the NFL all season long.
All right, it is time for TD's Film Room Breakdown. And of course, at 1-8, now the Panthers face the Dallas Cowboys. And this is a team who is really trending in the upwards direction, and they've got talent all across the board, TD.
They absolutely do. And their offensive side is where this team has made the biggest jump from the start of the season to where they are right now. The chemistry between Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb is on another level. These guys are probably the best quarterback and wide receiver tandem in the NFL right now with the way that they're playing.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of plays are going to really dictate exactly how the Panthers respond this week.
Absolutely. We got to be locked in. We got to be clued in to where CeeDee Lamb is at all times on this field, because they do so many different things with him. And we're going to jump right into this film, and we're going to show you how the Dallas Cowboys are utilizing CeeDee Lamb. As you can see right now, CeeDee Lamb is right here up top. And if you look at this coverage, we're going to let this play out a little bit. Watch this coverage from the top. I just told you guys the connection between him and CeeDee Lamb is on another level. Right now, this defender is going to grab the arm of CeeDee Lamb. Just watch this catch. Watch how tremendous his hand-eye coordination is in looking this football in.
Is there anything a defender can even do with that? I mean, that's just all talent right there.
Listen, that defender did everything that he could, even grabbing his arm, and he still did not stop CeeDee from catching the ball. But they don't only throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb. You have CeeDee Lamb right here. Okay, he's tight to the formation. What are they going to do with him? Are they going to send him on a crossing route? Nah, too easy, right? They're going to line him up. They're going to give this hard run play action and make everybody on the back end think that this is a run, and they're going to toss the ball to CeeDee Lamb. These are ways that Dallas is getting this kid the ball, and he's making sure that they don't regret making sure that he has the ball in his hand, because he's finishing in the end zone.
The Cowboys offense doing well, but the defense holds just as many threats for this offensive line and for Bryce Young this week.
Absolutely, and the defense for the Dallas Cowboys for the last 2 years has been led by this young man. Dallas and Dan Quinn, they've done a really great job of taking advantage of the weak links of the offensive formation. When you look at the way that they're utilizing their defensive guys, in particular Michael Parsons, they lined him up over the center. you got to know where he is at all times on the field because they line him up on the edge, they line him up at linebacker, and right now they're lining him up over the center to take advantage of his speed and quickness. Quick swipe, getting the quarterback on the ground, doing his little celebration. We don't need to see any of that at Bank of America Stadium this weekend, but we got to know what Micah Parsons is. We got to dedicate 1, 2, maybe even 3 guys to him when you see certain formations. When they're rushing 3, he's a guy that's going to go all out all the time, and he is faster than most regular stand-up linebackers.
And our offensive line going to look a little bit different. Calvin Throckmorton just released after starting the last 7 games. Do you like that we're going to be doing something different with the O-line this week?
Listen, we absolutely needed to make a change. When you watch Panther football, everybody knows that part of our struggles has been up front. And they understand, they know that, and the offensive line know that they have to play better. They got to protect Bryce Young. They have to give him time to find and locate the receivers downfield. If guys are not getting open initially, you got to give them time to continue to run their route, move away from the defender, find the soft spots in the zones. So that's one of the things that the coaching staff has identified was a troubled area, and now they're making changes. Hopefully it benefits us in the long run.
Prowling Vineyards Napa Valley is the official wine brand and wine club of the Carolina Panthers. These premium selections celebrate the great people of the Carolinas and the Panthers' hunger to achieve excellence on and off the field. Each handcrafted wine mirrors the Panthers' bold attitude, and the iconic flavors honor the 2 states we are proud to call home. Experience the benefits and lifestyle while giving back to the community, as a portion of the proceeds support the Carolina Panthers charities. Learn more at prowlingvineyards.com.
It's safe to say that the Carolina Panthers have not lived up to expectations this season, and where they go from here is anyone's guess. But we wanted to give you a little taste of what the season has sounded like so far from our own mic'd up crew. It's this week's Bojangles Rewind.
I use this? Yeah. You giving one away? No, I'm just throwing to my kids. Ready, Asher? Ready, Dad. Ready, Asher? Say hut. Nice, dude. Say hut. Nice. All right, guys. I gotta go. Love you. Love you, Cora.
Oh, yeah. Heads up. I'm mic'd up, by the way. I'm hot.
Here we go. Let's work, baby.
Best in the world. Best in the world. Every play, right?
Yeah.
Come on, talk, communicate.
Go get it tonight, right?
Talk, communicate.
Attack, attack, attack,
Go get it, boy.
kill. Set, huh?
Do it. Love you.
I'm incredibly proud of you, buddy.
Thank you.
No one comes back like this, like you. Stronger the better.
Yes, sir.
But not a better man because you're at the top of the chart already.
Yes,
All right.
Come on now. Come on now. Lock the in. Lock the in.
You gotta go crazy today. You need to go crazy today.
That's all I know. One play at a time. One play at a time. Swarm to the ball.
And we get movement up front from Houston.
Push. We could use a nice little pick right here. Little pick.
The snap, Cousins looking left, throwing left, and that's intercepted. Picked off by the Panthers. Going all the way down the sideline. He's got to beat the quarterback. Franklin stops, gets a block. Pick 6, Carolina.
To the apartment. To the apartment. Opportunity.
Carr in the pocket, throws near side.
Go, boy.
Here's the snap. It's Hubbard. He dives across the 20. First down, Carolina.
He was hitting that. He was hitting that. You had to get up and do this one time. That's all you had to do.
Next play mentality. Next play, let's go. Next play mentality.
What we gotta love about this game, little adversity.
We go dominate, man. Quit thinking and just back them, right? Just be road graders. Get ready to drive out and go win this day. Go!
on that boy. From 23 yards for the Panthers' first win of the season. Jansen snap, Hecker's hold, Piñeiro's kick, the Panthers win!
So great to have you back. Love you, dogs. And Warrior. Love you.
Love you, baby. Let's go!
Thank you.
You can see the Panthers take on the Cowboys on your local Fox station Sunday at 1 p.m. or can listen to the game here in Charlotte on 99.7 The Fox. So for this guy right here, TD, Coach Reich, and the entire Huddle crew, thanks for watching, and we'll see you right here next time inside the Panthers Huddle. Until then, TD.
Don't forget, keep pounding.
You've been watching the Panthers Huddle, a copyrighted presentation of the Carolina Panthers and the NFL.